Hello, everybody. Welcome to Meet Fit and Lean. If you're new, please hit that like and subscribe button. This is a progress report for y'all. And I want to thank each and every one of you for all your love and support that you've shown me. Even the haters, because you motivate me to do better. Either way, I just really appreciate it. We're doing a little progress report here. I want to tell everybody I'm doing just fine. And a lot of folks say, well, Mead, why don't you weigh yourself every day? And I explained to folks that I am a fit and lean channel. I'm not a scale bro. I'm not a scale bro, okay? Well, what's your weight, bro? What's your weight, bro? I'm not a scale bro. I'm not gonna be weighing myself every single day because I don't see the point in that. My point is to get lean, lean and healthy. So the scale thing is something I do for a good measuring tool. I will be weighing myself this week, I promise. I know everybody focuses on that now. Everyone says, well, you're stuck at 270 pounds. But folks, I started almost a year ago at 300 pounds. I've lost 30 glorious pounds, and I think, that's pretty good, isn't it, folks? I mean, I didn't exactly do terribly. It's just a matter of willpower, but I keep on pushing. But the thing is, if you look at me like when I was 270 pounds about 4 or 5 months ago, I look different than I do now, right? You can actually see my neck and my ears. So yes, I'm changing. I know a lot of people don't pay attention to those things. But folks, I've been praying lately for the strength of Samson. Samson from Samson and Delilah. And I was praying, oh Lord, give me the strength of Samson. And I don't want to end up like Samson. He kind of had a thing for the Bible was warning us back then about, hoes and thoughts. So he ended up with a thought named Delilah. And Samson, he got tricked by Delilah, and then his hair got cut off, and then he lost his strength. But he was still able to do what God called him to do. It took a wrong turn there. I don't want to end up like that. Now, I don't think my strength is in my hair, folks. Thank heavens. But I do want to be strong like Samson, or I want to be the son of Arnold. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger was one of the greatest, of course, natural bodybuilders of all time. He's from the golden era, and even though he talked funny, he was able to have a successful career in movies. So I think that's interesting, isn't it, folks? Now, unfortunately, he's turned into a complete lib person. But I think Arnold Schwarzenegger, maybe I'm his long lost son. I feel like I have the strength of Arnold or the strength of Samson. So I'm going to show you all a quick reel of what I've been doing, at the local gym. I found a wonderful gym, by the way. It doesn't allow men in the women's restrooms. Of course, they don't really seem to have many women there. Seems to be mostly men. But anyway, we're going to take a look at that, folks, and see how we're doing. Roll that clip in 3, 2, 1. All right, now, folks, I don't like to push myself too hard at the gym, but I start with simple dumbbells, and I usually do my shoulder presses first. I always start with shoulders. That's a good way to warm up. And I really love the arm curls, the preacher curl bar. That's my favorite machine to use. I usually keep it at 120. And then I usually also do some chest exercises. Right here I'm using a simple chest press. I'm only doing about 210 pounds on this machine, but I've already done 3 sets of 12. So this is my very last rep for the camera. And at the very last rep that I do, I try to really hold it in place and squeeze it to make it count. So I want to do that and make sure that counts for this session. Last but not least, I like to start with some leg exercises. I usually do some squats or some of the leg machines. Now here, folks, I am using a Smith machine, I know. But I'm only doing about 160 pounds here, mainly because I was feeling kind of tired at the end. I don't want to push myself. Remember, folks, the key when you're working out is don't push yourself. Just take it nice and slow and easy. And that will work in the long run to avoid injury. Unnecessary injury is what sets people back, folks. You don't want to injure yourself in the gym. You want to make sure you do it the right way and the safe way. So, folks, you can see I've been pushing it for heavy for 2 days a week. I do that about 2 days a week in the gym, about an hour and a half. I'm building strength, and I'm building. I think I am building strength. I do my assisted pull-ups. I call them my senior curls, yeah. But I've been working hard, and folks, it is a long, hard journey. It's not done, and I've been talking to everybody, I've said this a million times before, but we've seen the people that, they lose the 100 pounds in a year and they don't exercise. All they do is starve themselves on a 200, 300 calorie day diet. And what do you see? A couple years later, maybe a year later, they put it all back on. Why? Because they didn't do it the right way. And this is why people are jumping on me and saying, well, you're never going to lose weight. You're going to be 55 by the time you're lean and healthy. And I say, no, 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 because, I'm doing it right, and I can tell folks it's working. Whatever I'm doing is working. I just need to, take it slow and steady. Um, yeah, I'm gonna blow up pretty soon, like that Hawk Tuah gal. She was like Hawk Tuah, whatever that means. Um, but yeah, so you just have to take it slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race, folks. I am a work in progress, and I would tell everybody that our bodies are on loan from God. And if you abuse your body, if you indulge in sweets and stuff, or smoke or something, you are not taking care of your body temple, and so we have to do that, and especially people that engage in fornication. They're not taking care of their body temple either. If you sleep with one or two people, those people have slept with other people, and before you know it, you've slept with 25 people. This is how it's working, folks. So I am not ashamed to be an incel. I'm not ashamed because I'm a virgin warrior. I'm a virgin warrior for Christ. And it makes me proud. It gives me a sense of pride. And those are things I'm working on, folks. And yes, I will have a honey lamb, I promise. Because when I get lean and healthy, I think let's say I'm going to have a surge of masculinity. My masculinity is going to rise within me and just rise and grow and grow and grow, and going to explode. And then I'm going to have all this masculinity all over the place, and I'll be ready to date and take women out and buy them coffee and on the thing. Folks, I will say this, and this shows how shallow society is. I've only lost about 35 pounds, but I've noticed people are treating me differently already, most notably the female race. When I was in the grocery store, this checkout girl that totally ignored me for a couple years, all of a sudden she's like, "Hi, darling, hi, sweetie," and she said she liked my watch and all this stuff. She wanted to give me the time of day. Well, I don't look as fat. This goes to show you, folks, it is, everyone says, "Oh, it's not your looks, it's your personality." Pshaw. Pshaw. I think your looks have a little something to do with. Unfortunately, in society, folks, that's how it is. Whether you're male or female race, that's how it is. Folks, you get treated on the basis of how you look. It's just, and thank heavens I'm not that shallow. But anyway, folks, I'm working, and I want to let y'all know I really appreciate the love and support y'all have given me, the love y'all have shown me. Now, when I go on my trip to Florida next month, I won't have exactly a lean physique, but I'm working my way down to dad bod. Oh yes, I'm working my way down to dad bod. So I've gone from extremely obese to just kind of fat. I used to be, grossly, grotesquely obese. Now I'm just plain old fat. That's where I am now, folks, and that's pretty good, I think. Now, I'm estimating myself at about 30% body fat or so. The lowest I've ever been is 20. So I've never been a slim and trim, but I was healthier, folks, at one time, and I think I have to do that. Now, I'm not gonna go on a Ozempic or whatever that's called. I don't want to get my face sunken in like that. Look like a rodent. But I will be doing it the right way, without drugs and without steroids, folks. See, folks, I am a natural bodybuilder. I do not use steroids. See, I worked for these. Yeah, and I worked for those, and I don't use steroids. I am completely natural. So, as God is my witness. So, unlike, some people, So thank you all for watching. I just want to share this with a video. Go to my website at meetskeletsplace.com, and remember, folks, say a prayer for someone special today. Bye-bye.